When we had last left the Envoy, they were inside of Naku Kubel at long last, where they underwent 3 trials poised by Aedyran ghosts, specifically their higher-ranking members that were there to provide protection for Sabadal. But as they delved deeper and looked at more murals and eventually communed with a giant pillar Vajra, it seemed as though the Aedyran perhaps had a more antagonistic relationship with Sabadal at times than one would expect. Was Sabadal actually kinda messed up? Maybe. One thing for sure was messed up was Inquisitor Ludwig, who was hot on their heels and arriving at Naku Kubel before long, as well as a gajillion Dream Thralls that showed up and attacked. Thankfully, they were able to escape the latter threat. But now, they had to find their way through the carnage that lie ahead and perhaps make their way to Galawain's Tusks to find the garden. This is Avowed. Welcome back. Zoop. There we are. Let's unhide that and be on our way. Let's see. So we just need to move our keister over there. Okay. Good. It's at least one person, yeah. Dream Thralls returned here. Alright, fuck it, I'm dropping down.
Keep quiet.
Let's get him.
Nice job.
Good. Okay, there's a Swarmer and an Arquebusier. A lot more over there, too.
Swarm devour.
Whoa. Okay. So we're going in.
Glory in the brush. Favors in the garden.
All right. Good. We got them. Got some goodies over here too. Lovely. Let's get those. And then looks like the enemies are further down, but we actually don't need to go down there. Fuck it, let's get them. Dream Thrall Plague Swarmer. Oh, fuck. Well, great. Thought maybe the shield bash would interrupt that. Okay. Let's keep heading on up.
Look out!
Took care of that one. Sent it right over the edge there. Oh my god, it lives still. Look at that asshole. There we are. Got some money. Zorb tongue too. Ooh, maybe I can get a sneak attack here. This one killed something. I think. Okay. Up here. And up this way. Further over here. Oh, the enemy on my radar disappeared. Okay. I guess that's fine. Jump over here. And then we need to go up that away, I think. Let me eat and drink some purple. That'll do. Oh yeah, there's a lot here. Sounds like, yeah, more spiders.
Let's go.
Got company.
Great.
Check your right.
Good. Okay. Let's keep moving. Got something here. Ah. Yeah, there's like fighting going on. Oh yeah, look at all this. Shit. I wasn't sure if like they saw movement or whatever.
In the eyes.
Good. Health pot, Mogren's Fury. I'll take all that. Turnip as well. Okay. Up and around here.
Here, Inquisitor.
Oh.
Leave before you worsen the situation.
Oh, Ringrim is having a standoff with Ludwig?
Corruption. Should burn it out before it spreads.
You're a child playing at being a hero. You understand none of the forces at work here.
The Circle of Archmagi has overstepped their authority. Again.
I don't know how to explain this any better. This is not a problem to solve with cannons or steel.
No wonder your guard got so angry. I feel the same way when Ludwig's near.
Okay. Hello?
Envoy? I hope you found what you were looking for. Because those ruins are about to be a distant memory.
Oh, Arcane Scholar. Technically, every ruin is a distant memory. Perception 09. I learned something new about my godlike heritage, in fact. What I found was a horde of dream thralls crawling out of those ruins. Thirdborn's in danger. I didn't expect to find you in Shatterscarp, Ludwig. Are you here for business or pleasure? I didn't expect to find you in Shatterscarp.
Like you, I've come in service to my country. And my god. This is a spring from which the Dream Scourge flows, injecting poison into the veins of the island.
No, a cleansing fire. Poison or cure?
The same poison we burned out of Fur Messiverno. Stand by my side, and we can strike a blow at the Dream Scourge. And at Sopadal.
Resolve 12-8. You're not getting within 100 miles of my god. Gesture impatiently. I'm still waiting to hear some specifics, Inquisitor. You know about Sopadal. Why am I not surprised? Or we can stop meddling in the affairs of the Living Lands. You have a lot of nerve defending what you did to Fiorme Zaverno. Let's say that.
We cut off an infected limb. Nothing more. I've been watching you, Envoy. You, who survived when so many godlike fell. I even asked the gods what made you so remarkable. And the burned queen opened my eyes to what you are. We knew the chaos of the living lands had an origin. How could I have known that you were its offspring?
Arcane Scholar. In all fairness, I'm only Sopadal's offspring in a spiritual sense. I didn't learn the truth until recently. The Emperor sent me to fight the Dream Scourge, not your crusade. Ludwig, I'm so much more than my birth. The Emperor sent me to fight the Dream Scourge, not your crusade.
Different wars on the same battlefield. There are two plagues in the living lands. Help me destroy one, and the other will follow.
Ashes. Nothing of the Akita will remain.
We may not burn out the Dream Scourge here, but we can burn out its symptoms and take the fight to your patron.
Spirits cry out, bury the fire, but still they rage.
Is her first instinct always to destroy stuff and hope that fixes things?
Always thinking with your sword. You zealots never change. I happen to like these ruins. They've been very informative. Without them, I'd never have learned there was a new god in the Living Lands.
Another reason why they should be destroyed. Sapadal is dangerous, but an archmage is more unpredictable by far.
Sounds like you've got other ideas, Ringrim. What do you propose? Ringrim seems to know what she's talking about. Maybe you're onto something. Naku Kubel is a threat to Shatterscarp. The fate of these ruins is not yours to decide. We can't just destroy everywhere the Dream Scourge is touched. Sounds like you've got other ideas, Ringrim. What do you propose?
I do love it when people choose to listen to reason. I have an alternate solution to the problem at hand.
This should be amusing.
I am not talking to you, am I? Don't interrupt me.
Might 6-7. Tell me your plan, Ringrim. Nice to see Ludwig put in her place. Your proposal better be more creative than let's blow it up. Tell me your plan.
Yes. Honestly, it's quite simple. I can sever the connection between the Aedyran in the ruins and the rest of the Living Lands. It will isolate the Dream Scourged essence and halt the creation of new Dream Thralls in Shatterscarp. But those that exist will remain. My solution will end the plague in this region, I believe, and keep Ludwig from having to do terrible things to those nice ruins.
What's the catch? Perfect. Let's do it. Why didn't you think of this before? What's the catch?
I knew I liked you for a reason. Yes, there is a catch. It's also what you may call a large one. Severing the Aedyran will require the use of a truly immense amount of essence, which, well, will result in a few deaths.
A gentle sleep. One moment day, the next, a poppy's dream to carry them to the Garden of Night. They would feel no pain.
Perception 03. Arcane Scholar. That's your plan? Rip the souls out of people's bodies to power a spiritual amputation? Well, that's better than Shatterscarp falling to the Dream Scourge. What do you mean by a few Des? You gotta be joking. That's the best you can do, Ringrim? What do you mean by a few Des?
A few dozen people may die. Possibly 100 or so in the more dire scenarios. There is no control
Jesus.
over who will perish in the process. But it will stop the Dream Scourge from spreading in Shatterscarp. No new Dream Thralls will be created.
Ringrim is one of the smartest people alive. If she says this is the way, it's hard to argue, no matter how much we might want to.
It's not an ideal solution. But it is easier to save a life when you've amputated the necrotic limb, so to speak.
Do you even hear yourself? Those necrotic limbs are real people, Ringrim. A dispassionate but pragmatic solution. In the long run, your idea would improve the situation here. Ludwig's wouldn't change the status quo. Those necrotic limbs are real people, Ringrim.
At least I'm not the only rational voice in this debate. She would sacrifice the very people we're trying to save, and for what? Not even to destroy the Dream Scourge. Merely to slow it down.
Destroying the ruins and killing the Dream Thralls within is also a short-term measure. Ludwig's solution will eventually result in the same number of casualties, possibly even more.
Ending the Dream Scourge is all that counts, no matter the cost. Explain in detail. You can't possibly know that. Perception 07, intellect 46. Man. Huh. I mean, I do think the better option is very, like, they clearly set it up this way after Ludwig just, like, did something truly horrible in the last area, that now we would be in a position to where it's like, maybe we are going to side with Ludwig for this one, right? Because we can't just have 100, maybe 1,000 people just die completely randomly. You know, we can't do that. That's incredibly fucked up, right? That, like, it's just like wanton murder. Even if this just delays it, that gives us time to find a solution, right? We're still under the assumption that we are working, like the envoys, working on a proper solution for all of this. You can't possibly know that.
I do, actually. So long as the Dream Scourge exists, more people will become infected. And the infected will take more lives, and this will continue indefinitely.
She has no idea what the consequences of her actions might be. And neither do you. Envoy, I want to show you something.
Oh my gosh, your spooky face? Oh my god!
I swore an oath to my goddess. A solemn vow that I would give everything in service to her. Even myself. And I did so, gladly. Sapadal wants the same devotion from you. The only difference is, you never had a choice.
I decide what happens here, not Sapadal. Sapadal is a steward of this land. They have its best interests at heart. I might not have chosen Sapadal at first, but I choose them now. Those ruins venerate Sapadal. Destroying them would be an act of defiance. Gods, what are you? So, that's what you've been hiding under the mask all this time. What are you? I want more info.
An avowed servant of a higher power, much like you.
So that's what you've been hiding under the mask all this time.
The mask is my true face. My covenant with my goddess. The obligation I chose.
Well, I decide what happens here, not Sapadal.
And what makes you so sure the decision is truly yours? Sapadal has been whispering in your ear, guiding you, influencing you. You owe Sapadal nothing, and yet they demand everything. That is not devotion. It's cruel.
I suppose she knows a few things about cruelty.
Yes, quite difficult to decide whether to believe your new god or the angry skeleton actively threatening us.
Godlike. I leave the choice to you. Both options will bring harm. The question is, which will bring more good?
Thirdborn needs help fighting all these dream thralls now. Destroy the ruins, Inquisitor. Ending the spread of the Dream Scourge in Shatterscarp, once and for all, is worth the cost. Sever the Aedyran. Neither of your solutions is acceptable to me. Is this really the best you can do? This is beyond cruelty. You're asking me to kill dozens of people. I want to say 3 and 4, but I guess if I can only pick one, I'll go with 4. This is beyond cruelty. You're asking me to kill dozens of people.
Countless will die regardless if the Dream Scourge is not stopped.
But at least I'll have some amount of
the village
extra
and the statue
agency.
It couldn't repair. Remember the lesson I tried to teach you. None of our lives matters. Not when they might cost us the future. Now choose, Envoy. Destroy the ruins and the dream thralls, but allow the plague to keep spreading. Or sever the Aedyran and end the plague in Shatterscarp, with an unknowable number of casualties.
She toys with you with innocent lives, while I offer only the truth.
Thirdborn needs help fighting all these dream thralls now. Destroy the ruins, Inquisitor. Ending the spread of the Dream Scourge in Shatterscarp, once and for all, is worth the cost. Sever the Aedyran Ringrim. I value my companions' counsel. I want to hear from them. If either one of you had a spine, you would have already done what you thought was right. Ooh, I can challenge both of them. Yeah, how come neither of you acted if you thought... Yeah, how come neither of you acted before me?
Call it an experiment. To see if a mortal can think of futures beyond one's lifetime. And be less sentimental than the village about its statue. Also, I rather loathe the Inquisitor. She's far too used to getting her own way.
Ideological and self-absorbed. You hold a blade to the throat of my soldiers, but that's no excuse for wasting my time. Envoy, I hate to be in this position, but at least the choice is in Aedyran hands. So choose.
I mean, if I have to go with one of these, like, in thinking that we might be able to do something in the future, possibly people here present in Shatterscarp could evacuate, right? Like, I don't really have any care for the ruins and all of that, but I do have care for, like, the fact that dozens, hundreds, up to, like, upwards of 1,000 people may just die at complete random is real fucking bad, right? That's real damn bad. Right? Like, immediately, I'm ready to pick the Inquisitor's option here. Let's see. I value my companions' counsel. I want to hear from them. Let's see what they say.
You're deciding the fate of dozens, and you're asking me. I am honored, Envoy, but I am not the right one to ask.
Good people die either way. But severing the Aedyran shortens their suffering, I hope.
Alright. We're destroying the ruins with the Inquisitor. Alright, blow them up!
What? No!
Right. Been waiting for you to say that.
I will honor your decision, even if I think you're a disappointment.
Your patron deity might object, but the living will thank us for it.
Burn, destroy, we twine.
Soldiers of the Steel Garrote, you heard him. Bring it down.
Yeah, in this case, I think it's like actually this might be, even if we weren't playing like an imperialistic character, right? If we were playing like a very goodly character, would it still have actually been the correct answer to go with Ludwig here? It feels that way, rather than like leaving it up to chance and killing like upwards of 1,000 people at complete random. That seems unbelievably fucked, you know? Like, there's no fucking shot that I would ever want to go with, Ringrim's option here, you know? Like, true enough, it may be that a bunch of people in the area get wiped out if they decide not to leave, but at least they have a choice in deciding, like, okay, I'll remain here, or at the very least they have a fighting chance, like, well, fuck, I'm gonna go over to Paradise, or I don't even really have the means to, but I'm gonna try to evacuate this rather than just leaving it up to, like, complete random chance, you know? Gain a bonus ability point to spend in the fighter, ranger, or wizard ability cheese. Godlike's will. Okay, another free point.
Bring it down.
The Dream Thralls are no match for our might.
These ruins were hideous anyway.
See what Ringrim says.
Show you how it's done. Destroy it all.
I kind of wish we had, Giada here, because I'm curious if she would also agree that destroying the ruins and going with the Steel Garrote option is actually the way to go, you know? Because I couldn't imagine, you know, that thematically she would be down for more loss of life, right? And I feel like even on a more like surface level, I couldn't imagine Yatzli and Giada both agreeing that Ringrim is the way to go, right? If anything, I would imagine like this sort of split. Okay. Ringrim?
You have destroyed a place of great power. A part of your heritage, no less. Now that I know a new god was the reason for those anomalies in Naku Kubel, there's nothing left for me in the living lands.
I couldn't kill so many people. I did what I had to do. You're not interested in Sapadal? You're angry with my choice. Did I make the right choice? I couldn't kill so many people.
Your decision may yet still kill thousands. We don't know the kind of casualties that will follow. But that is for you to wrestle with. I'm done here. However, I have one final question for your young wizard.
For... me?
You have shown a great deal of talent, Yatzli. Few can dispel my illusions so easily. I could use your assistance. And the companionship. It's really dreary being alone. Should you wish to return with me, I would happily take you on as my apprentice.
Wow.
The rest of the circle do not often visit, which is good because they're tiresome. You, however, are a power worth shaping, and rather delightful to boot.
Well, obviously, I'm... Wait. Really? You want me to... Wow. That would be... amazing! But I have to think about it. At the very least, the Envoy would be lost without me. And so would my lover. Though the idea of finally devoting more time to magic is... tempting.
Arcane Scholar. I would have done anything for an offer like that. You have to take it, Yatzli. Resolve 12-7. Make your decision based on what you want, Yatzli. Yatzli, this is the chance of a lifetime. You don't need to choose now. Take your time. We can't lose you, Yatzli. We need you to stop Ludwig. Yeah, you should really do what you want. Right? I mean, it would be kind of fucked up if you just left Quilichi hanging like that. Right? Like, I don't give a shit about me, but I feel like it's complicated that you've had a relationship with this person for quite some time. And I'm assuming Quilichi cannot come with. We'll do the resolve check. Make your decision based on what you want, Yatzli.
I very rarely take on an apprentice, and I have near infinite patience. The offer will stand. Don't worry. My work will still be here when you're done with your godlike's quest. Whatever you decide, it will be some months before I depart. You know where to find me. Be clever, godlike. Don't think too much with your heart.
So that's like ending slides material.
My research awaits.
Okay. Ludwig?
Congratulations, Envoy. You listened to your reason instead of your patron. It takes an ironclad will to defy one's god.
Something you haven't done, though. Might 6-9. Those runes brought nothing but misfortune. I did it for Shatterscarp, not for you. Let's say that.
Even better. Unlike Sapadal, I have no use for blind loyalty. Destroying the ruins brought us valuable time, but the threat of the Dream Scourge remains. Be on your guard. You and I are willing to do what it takes to restore order in the living lands. Heelguard lacks the spine to do what's right, but we won't let that stop us, will we? For now, this is where we part ways. The Steel Garrote and I follow a different path. No doubt it will cross yours eventually.
We seek the garden, Sapodal's prison and domain. We should team up, combine our efforts. Before you go, what do we do about Sapodal? Yeah, we seek the garden.
As do I.
I don't want to
We'll
ask
see who
what to
finds it
do.
first. One more thing, Envoy. It would appear my faith in you is not misplaced. Keep up the good work.
Always better to avoid making people like her angry, if you can help it.
Yeah, I feel like for a good character, this is like a busted clock situation where, like, it's right twice a day. You know? You just arrive at it through the wrong means. Right? You get to, perhaps, the correct answer through...
Bring it down.
Through incorrect means.
Dream thralls are no match for our might.
These ruins were hideous anyway.
Finally, those old ruins have a purpose.
Anything
The
else?
living lands depends on us.
Okay. And then we go back to Thirdborn. Great. Well, let's head to this campsite here. Then we'll chat with everyone. Here, Glonfoth, an area of the Eastern Reach populated by Glonfothan tribes and home to many ancient ruins. Oh,
I'm sorry, but before anything else, I need a word with you. Of course, I understand the impulse of wanting to save those in Thirdborn.
You understand the impulse? Where's this going?
dude, this is good.
Think of all that we lost because of you and that monster.
Dude, I like that Kai is pro destroying the ruins too, because of course he would be, right? He cares a lot for people in around Thirdborn. He has like a direct connection. Okay. If anything, I do think that this kind of paints Yatzli as being sort of like this uncaring academic, right? Willing to kill, like it said, dozens, hundreds, upwards of 1,000 people, right? Like, sure, it's a surefire bet, but it's also a surefire bet that those people die, right? At least there's a chance that people have some degree of agency to, like, evacuate, fend for themselves or something, right? It doesn't, like, immediately happen that randomly all these people get, like, annihilated. I wasn't willing to sacrifice half of Thirdborn. No one cares about those ruins except you. No matter what I think of Ludwig, she and I are both citizens of Aedyr. Let's come down hard on Yatzli here. No one cares about those ruins except you.
That's her life's work you're talking about. Maybe it's nothing to you, but it's everything to us.
Yeah, I wanted to be
Her life's
inflammatory.
work is making her advocate for killing people. Just saying.
Ludwig is a fool. Her brain has rotted away with the rest of her. We have no reason to believe that the Dream Scourge has been stopped, by the way. It certainly hasn't stopped Dream Scourge from appearing everywhere else in the Living Lands.
Then maybe we turn a few more of these ruins into heaps of rubble. I can't see anything good that's come out of them.
Maybe stop talking while you're ahead.
Years of lost history found, just in time to be erased by two Aedyran fools.
I'm not going to apologize for putting lives over some ruins. You would have me blindly trust the Archmage of Terror. That is very funny. Alright. I'm not going to apologize for putting lives over some ruins.
I suppose I thought you were smarter than this. How disappointing. Reengrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than the dead woman burning down homes.
I hate to say it, Yatzli, but we're not changing anyone's mind today. Let's talk later. Just the two of us.
Fine, fine. You're right. It's done. Let's just focus on getting to the garden.
Yeah, I mean, either way, like, that doesn't... What Yatzli said there, right? If we imagine that we're playing a more goodly character, and we're faced with this same dilemma, right? Ringrim knows more about the Dream Scourge than the dead woman burning down homes, right? If we were playing a good character, then of course, yeah, fuck Ludwig. But it's irrelevant here because Ringrim's option would have resulted in the deaths of dozens, hundreds, upwards of 1,000 people at complete random. Would have, as we said, probably liable to have wiped out half of Thirdborn instantly. We can discuss that when we leave for Galawain's Tusks. For now, I think we all need some rest. Okay, let me spend my point. I guess I'll get Inspiring Triumph to... Oh shit, I need one more level. Never mind. Let's see, what do I want? Flurry of Blows could be good. Enhanced attack speed. But how much? Right, how much extra attack speed? I guess that's the real question. We could also bump up damage with Finesse. Could get more stun. Only 10% more, though. I think, yeah, maybe let's bump up damage 15% with Finesse. There we go. Good. Okay. Marius?
So, we found a map to the garden. Now we see how accurate those ancient godless cartographers could possibly be. Not sure how helpful that map will be, really. There's probably a reason no one's been to the garden in centuries.
Really? No one has been there? I'm happy to be the first. That's because no one knew the way. Think of it. You'll be the first person in centuries to guide an expedition to the garden. Really? No one has been there?
No one I'm aware of. Legend says the founder of Solace went there once, but...
Oh, really?
There's no proof. I figure either it's a complete dud and there's nothing really there, or we all lose our minds the second we show up. Either way, was it worth it? Who knows?
It's worth it to me. We have to find Sapadal at all costs. I have no choice. Finding Sapadal is the only way I'll have peace. You're not going to talk me out of this, Marius. We have to find Sapadal. At all costs.
I wish I was as convinced as you are. The thought of going to speak to a god on their turf, it doesn't make sense to me. I guess that's not my problem, really. My job is to keep you alive, whether you've got a god in your head or not. Just don't do anything stupid, all right? Anyway.
Are we thinking that maybe Sapadal's physical form does actually still exist in some way? Right, because we had read a little bit about how the pantheon and all of that of gods and goddesses and various deific beings, there was a point in time where all or the majority of them had some sort of physical, like, titan-like body, you know? Are we thinking that in the case of Sapadal, that still exists and that it is physically imprisoned? Because this whole time I've been thinking that's like a central pillar of Aedyran that's just been, like, I don't know, in some way messed up, right? In some way debilitated, drained. Thoughts on our companions now?
Let's make sure they're not listening. The only one we haven't talked about is Yatzli. I don't trust her any further than I could throw her, which honestly isn't that far. She actually goes down into these ruins on purpose, just to...
We heard this before.
See what's down there, I guess? And now she's trying to lead us to the garden. Might as well be searching for WoW's wacky wagon of mysteries. Nah, I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but... what if she doesn't?
Okay, that's enough.
You too.
Oh, you got more to say, Marius?
Listen, that back there in the ruins, that was a lot. I know you passed 3 trials, but I'm not sure what that means exactly.
It means I'm worthy of speaking with Sapadal. It means that I'm much closer to fulfilling my destiny. Look, I had to appease those spirits. It doesn't mean anything beyond that. What do you think it means? It means I don't have to listen to your ceaseless mutterings anymore. What do you think it means?
I don't know. Maybe you're the chosen one now. Some kind of prophecy? You don't look that different to me. It's not that I didn't enjoy tromping around in the ancient death trap, getting bossed around by spirits and all that. But I really do hope this was the last time. That kind of humidity does terrible things to my beard. Anyway.
Okay, that's enough.
Not before I've done some reading.
Okay.
Hope those dreams aren't keeping you up.
Got questions about you?
And I've got answers. Some of them may even be true.
Can we discuss Shatterscarp? Anything differently?
I'll tell you what I can.
No, okay, goodbye.
Night, Envoy.
Yatzli?
Envoy, we need to discuss what you did in the ruins. You destroyed something that was... I'm trying to remain calm. I have to remember that you had a reason for what you did. Nothing infuriates me more than to do what Ludwig wants, but... I'm not unhappy with what you did. Those ruins were literally priceless. They had real Aedyans in there. Think of how far my research would have shot forward. But we would have had to sacrifice so many for it. And I can't say that's a fair trade.
Okay, where was this earlier?
The right answer. It's obvious. Here, though.
I think I did pretty well, considering we were about to be attacked by a swarm of dream thralls. I wasn't going to upset the scary skeleton lady. I may not like Ludwig, but we are both here by orders of the Emperor. What do we mean by that, necessarily? Okay. I think I did pretty well.
Of course. Because a common reaction to being set upon by dream thralls is to placate another monster.
Give the Envoy more credit than that. He did what had to be done.
All right. I understand. I'm sorry, Envoy. This is my life's work. And that skeletal maniac attacked my home. I'm just a little more raw than I thought.
I poured salt on an open wound. I'm sorry. I understand. I'm sorry you're upset. We've all been through a lot since this journey began. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm sorry. I'm very deliberately picking the one that doesn't say I'm sorry.
It's all right. I think you've earned a bit of trust from me. Things have been... unreal. We spoke to actual ancient Aedyans in the ruins. I was able to ask questions and get answers.
Arcane Scholar. I wish I could ask ghost questions about my areas of study too, but I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're excited. You must be the luckiest historian alive. Their answers were a little underwhelming, though. Might have to stop calling them the godless now, since they have a god. Let's say that.
True. Though switching it up might be more confusing to those not in the know. I'll figure that conundrum out before my research gets published. But to go through the trials ourselves? Oh, could we be any luckier?
The trials were worth it, if only to feel like I know where I belong now. Of course, a mad god and their followers made those trials. I don't know why anyone would worship Sapadal after those trials. I don't get why anyone would worship Sapadal after those trials.
Must you try to ruin my fun, dearie? Well, I have to start writing this all down before I forget. But do return if you think of any other juicy details.
Was meeting Ringrim everything you expected?
I've been trying to sort my thoughts since we left her domain.
Did we ask this before?
We met Ringrim. The Ringrim. Master illusionist of the Circle of Archmagi. And we impressed her? She even offered to make me her apprentice.
Arcane Scholar. I could hardly contain myself. It was an honor just to meet her. I'm getting the feeling that Ringrim is really a big deal to you. Aren't you already a trained wizard? Aren't you already trained?
You can always improve, especially when your teacher is an expert. It doesn't feel real, but it is. Oh, Handra's titties. What am I going to do? If I take the apprenticeship, I'll have to leave Quilici and Fjord. And what about my study of the Godless? I've spent my whole life with them.
Intellect 4-6. Why not do it all? It is a lot to do all at once. Aren't you sick of godless stuff yet? You're really gonna leave Quilici on his own? Why not do it all?
I'm not a kid anymore. I can't do everything all at once. There are only 26 hours in a day. I love my life as it is now. Exploring as I wish and coming home to open arms and a warm bed. I don't want to give that up. But this is something I never even dreamed of. But it's big. It won't leave room for much else. And I'm too old to... Oh, Envoy. What would you do?
I feel like given her own... If she had her own choice... Given the fact that she was willing... Right? I keep going back to this, right? This is an interesting character flaw for her. That she was willing to kill so many people at random... just for the sake of... keeping the ruins around and sort of appeasing Ringrim. Right? Going with Ringrim's solution. I almost feel like she would be, right, a little heartless if it were inconvenient to her. You know? I almost feel like she would totally leave Quilici. Who else will tell the story of the Godless if not you? It's hard to pass up an opportunity like the one Ringrim is offering you. Could you really leave Quilici alone with Vidaro at a time like this? You want me to make the decision?
Oh, darling. Don't you know that I'll do what I want no matter what anyone thinks? I just wish to ask a friend his opinion. Now come on, answer the question. What would you do?
Could you really leave Quilici alone with Vidaro at a time like this?
Oh, my love. That is a fate worse than death. They'll need someone to help them build a new home for the Animancers. And maybe, if I was there, I could at least make sure our tea house has enough stock to keep Monto happy. Thank you, dearie. I can't promise I'll act on it, but I really appreciate the advice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to write a letter to Quilici. He'll never believe me.
Yeah, what is her relationship with Quilici? Is it actually, like, really self-serving or whatever? The fact that she even gave it pause to think about it.
Back to Galawain's tusks.
Relax. We won't embarrass you too much.
Let me guess. You burned some bridges on your way out, and now we have to cross them.
Think whatever you want. I just don't...
Take your time, dearie. You can tell me everything later over tea.
Right. Can we talk about something else?
Of course. Though you were the one who brought it up.
Kai's still wearing socks from last week. Let's discuss.
At least I've washed them.
Okay. Giada?
Can we talk a moment? I wanted to pick your brain about Shatterscarp. The ruins of Naku Kubel predate civilization as we know it. We had so much to learn from them. But the Steel Garrote care nothing for the past. Only the future, as long as it's under their thumb.
Destroying the ruins was the only way to spare innocent lives. I didn't want to get on their bad side. We should bide our time. We got what we needed from the ruins. They were of no further use to us. It was the only way to spare innocent lives.
I'm not saying it was an easy decision, or that you should have acted differently. The fact remains that we played into our enemy's hands, and what did we get in return? We delayed the inevitable. Better than nothing, I suppose, though not by much.
I don't know. I feel like sometimes the argument of like throwing your hands up and being like, well, all we did was delay the inevitable. Right? I almost feel like the answer, like the response is so, it's either too, I read it as being either too nihilistic or maybe even not nihilistic enough, right? Like, that's life, dog. All of life is the delay of the inevitable, right? That at the end of the day, that's the best we got is delaying the inevitable, right? There's no, like, incredible solution that just fixes everything or prevents us from eventually ending up in the fucking dirt, you know? Right? It's all, at the end of the day, it's all delaying the inevitable and averting as much pain. Well, ideally, if you're not like a psychopath, I guess, ideally in that time, averting as much pain and suffering from other people and yourself as possible, right? It's all delaying stuff. I take it you're still feeling gloomy about the future. We'll stop the Dream Scourge eventually, I promise. I call it progress. What were you expecting? Or what were you expecting? What were you expecting?
To cut the Dream Scourge off at the root, and stop it from spreading misery. Perhaps I'm being impatient. Maybe there's no right answer to any of this. Maybe all we can do is keep going, leaving chaos in our wake. I just wish the world and its problems would leave us alone. Even for a moment. Give us time to focus on our mission. Ourselves.
That's why I cherish these talks. Things slow down for a bit. Those moments don't just appear. We have to make them happen. I notice you haven't been getting much sleep lately. Yeah, me too. Those moments don't just appear. We have to make them happen.
I suppose you're right. Maybe that's the point of our little campfire chats. While I have your ear, can I ask you one more question?
Go ahead. Ask as many as you like. I'd rather call it a night. No offense. Go ahead.
Something about Inquisitor Ludwig has been getting to me. She seemed eager to distinguish your Aedyran loyalty from your nature as a godlike, as though the two are incompatible. She believes you can be loyal to your country or to your nature, but not both. Do you find that unusual?
I mean, I don't find it unusual because she's a fascist. Giada, of course she makes the distinction. Ludwig has a lot of strange ideas. Maybe it's because she doesn't trust Sappadal. She declared war on Sappadal, which puts me in an awkward position. I'm not sure. What's on your mind? I'm not sure. What's on your mind?
Truthfully, I don't know. I've got this idea, but it's stuck and won't come loose. It's just... When you agreed to destroy the ruins, Ludwig was surprised, as though she didn't believe you would do the right thing. Ludwig clearly respects you, but I don't believe she trusts you. Anyway, that just had me thinking. Could be nothing, or could be something. Time will tell. Get some rest. You deserve a nap. For that matter, so do I.
Okay. Good talk.
If I must.
I can't help but feel like we resolved too quickly
Yatzli,
and
no
went
pressure,
past
but why haven't you and Quilici settled down yet?
what came up in
We're
like the
happy as we are
cinematic
now.
conversation moment.
Well, living in sin suits us.
Scandalous. But it makes sense. He doesn't keep with any tradition or ceremony from the old country.
I've never stayed in one place for very long, but settling down with someone sounds nice.
Sounds like a good way to get stuck in one place to me.
You'll never know until you try.
Okay. Well, let's exit here in the morning. Let's see, who should we go with? God, I don't know. Let's replace Yatzli for Giada, maybe? There we go. And we're getting a dream.
How could they? Vipers in the grass. We do not, cannot forgive. We blessed the Tabaru Sanakis and they prick us in return.
Yeah, and there's this other thing that we haven't really grappled with in the game itself, right? Playing it, here we have grappled with it. The idea that Sapadal may actually be kind of fucked up. But we haven't really had an opportunity in the game to express that maybe Sapadal and the Tabaru Sanakis and the Akita had a very peculiar relationship. You harmed innocents. Of course they're furious. I trust you, but you can't deny there were casualties. I'm trying to sleep. Get out. You harmed innocents. Of course they're furious. Let's say that.
Roots like a wall. We only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many.
Sometimes our emotions drive us to do terrible things. I understand. Yeah, but... Oh shit, the third one is great. Oh my god, the third one is so fucking amazing. As long as you promise this is in the past, we can move on. You can't take any fucking responsibility for anything, can you? Oh my god, that's so fucking good. Right? Because, true enough, 1 and 2, we're giving Sapadal, like, grounds to craft an excuse for them killing these people who literally worship them, right? They literally worship them. And they were like, yeah, so many were lost, but we saved a bunch. Yeah, but you killed a bunch, too. Right? Yeah. Sometimes our emotions drive us to do terrible things. And one of those probably shouldn't be killing people, right? Maybe you fucking accidentally, like, stub your toe and you say something mean to someone you care about, or like you're a little hangry that day and you get in an argument, and then later you make peace with people. You say, oh, I'm sorry, and then, like, I was just in a bad space or whatever. You don't go kill them, right? Right? You don't go kill them. Everybody has a bad day, right? So long as you don't make a habit of repeating it. But if your bad day is, like, killing a shitload of people, like, damn. You can't take fucking responsibility for anything, can you?
We tended, comforted the living, and buried the dead. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have honored you. Their wrath? This we could not foresee. But you are here. A green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us.
Never. Depends on whether you hurt the people I love. As long as our goals are pointed the same way. Depends on whether you hurt the people I love.
Words like bile. This is not our way. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
Sapadal really also expecting kind of like this certain degree of loyalty.
Gods, is this the Dream Scourge? This is our fault.
Oh shit. Whew, look at this.
How do you feel about poetry? Poetry? Why the hell are you asking me about poetry?
Do you like it? Oh, come on, you can tell me. Safe.
Ooh, hang on.
Wait. Do you think I have the Dream Scourge?
No, I don't. But I wanted to be sure, okay? They said that's the first sign.
I thought having fungus grow out of your head was the first sign.
It can be both.
Hang on, let's get Kai. We need to have Kai for this. I'm sorry, Giada, but we need to have Kai. Okay. Good. Then exit here. Good. Okay.
It's better out here than it is in the wild.
Agreed.
Alright, let's have a look inside. I'm surprised it did spread as fast as it has. Oh. Okay, everyone inside is seemingly fine. It doesn't look super wild and fucked up in here. Okay. Hello?
The ruins. What happened? I heard them fall to rubble. It comes, it sings, it dreams of war and blood and smoke. And did you have a hand, Envoy?
For whatever it's worth, I'm sorry about the ruins. We won't let Ludwig destroy anything else, I promise. Yes, we took down the ruins to kill most, if not all, the Dream Thralls. Say that?
You and your Inquisitor destroyed hundreds of years of history and time and silver lights flashing bright. Ruins break into bones, they do. They make a necklace, a collar of time. We choke and die.
You got scourged? Huh. No. Please tell me this is a joke, Temerty. What's happening to you, Temerty? Are you alright? What's happening to you?
The roots eat what we leave. They nibble on what we forget. Eat and swim and swing. I'm sorry. I think I need a moment. Smoke and rhyme. We are losing time.
Oh no, I think we're losing her. We have to put a stop to this.
I think she's already slipping away from us. We've got to stop this plague, Envoy.
Okay. The guards won't let us leave Shatterscarp without your approval. We're heading out of Shatterscarp, is that okay? We need your permission to leave Shatterscarp. Guards won't let us leave without your approval.
Sing black, sing silver. Songs of permission. Yes, go. Yes, leave.
A butterfly emerges, a dream of peace.
We should kill Temerty. we should kill Temerty. Okay. Let's see. Ah, there we go. I'll finally get this second rank right there. Good. And then, abilities. Companions. Ah, everybody gets one. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How about increases the amount of stun dealt by it? Or we could do cooldown reduction. Yeah, let's do cooldown reduction. Quick reload. Okay, and then for Marius, what have we got? Cooldown reduction could be useful. Or we could do bleed accumulation. We don't really have a reliable source of bleed. Yeah, we'll do that. And then for Giada... Okay. Time shift could be cool. Does that apply to just Giada or to everyone? Yeah, let's get time shift. Cooldown reduction again by 50%. Okay. And then for Yatzli. Okay. Maybe we'll get the frost accumulation for arduous delay of motion. Okay, and over here. Let's see, what else should I get? Constitution or Resolve is where I'm at. Yeah, let's go for a Resolve. Good. Okay. Anything else, Tamurti?
Place is lost and people dead. Bodies and badges and beetles and shining dead.
Can we check back up over here? Do we think that this proceeded with Old Man Capo or whatever?
Uncle Capo? You've been staring off into space for a while now. How about a game of Hazatoa?
Kutabao, haven't you tortured me enough? First you go through my notes, then you badger that godlike to give up my only way out of this cursed world. I'd rather the sands swallow this entire town if it'd grant me a measure of peace.
I'm sorry, Uncle. But please don't say that. I'll leave you alone then. Call me if you need anything.
Wow, man, shit gets fucked up. Man, I love it. Okay. Let's see. Alright, let's get out of here then. Where's our exit point? Damn, where is our exit point? Huh. Okay. Fuck it, I guess I'll just walk out the door and we'll see from here. Okay. Ah, here it is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Let's travel up there. Good. I do kind of wish we had Giada again in the party, though. Yeah, let's swap them out real quick. I thought Kai would have more to say at the, well, to be fair, I also thought that more of Shatterscarp would have changed. Let's go here real quick, and we'll swap out again. Okay. And let's exit to previous location. 2 of them, confirm. Okay. Good. Let's do a quick save. Oh, gotta go around this direction. Alright. Galawain's Tusks Gatehouse. Who are these folks?
It's you!
Oh.
You're the monster who got us kicked out of Thirdborn.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer fellow, apparently.
What do you have against honest businessmen?
We met because you tried to rope me into your illegal scheme. Attack. I'm in a hurry here, so can we just get to the part where I kill you? We met because you tried to rope me into your illegal scheme.
You can't fast-talk me, you fiend. I
You
demand
fiend.
compensation.
I know you're upset, Tycho, but they seem like they're really strong.
Shizu, please don't undermine me in front of them. You have to make things right by me. By us, I mean.
Please, don't make me kill you. It's such a bother. If I had known you'd be exiled, I wouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry. Attack. Fine, have it your way. I'd rather not kill you, but I will.
Don't try to play games with us. We can take you.
But can you take all three of us? Are you so desperate for the answer that you'll stake your life on it?
Daiko, this might be a bad idea. I mean, I'm good with the blade on dead targets, but...
You too? Fine. That kind of takes the wind out of my sails.
Thank you. I'm glad today didn't end in bloodshed.
Maybe the next time we all meet, we can just have a lovely drink, or I can dissect you. Either one.
I'll be busy that day. Whenever it is.
Well, go on, get out of here, before I change my mind. And if we ever do meet again, well, you can forget about that discount.
Are you going to show up in the next area? Okay. Oh, hello?
Temerity sent word. Said you were good to go. But she didn't sound right, Envoy.
To the water and the dark, to the roots, away into the nothing.
Things are still strange. I'd watch my step if I were you.
The hell was that noise? Watch your back out here, traveler.
Okay. Galawain's Tusks. Ermagond is the god of entropy, cold... Oh.
While that parting is probably the closest Ludwig gets to friendly, I'm not looking forward to our paths crossing again.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And we gave her everything she wanted.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read?
Arcane Scholar. Death Guards are powerful, but not unstoppable. Ludwig is undead, not immortal. She's a good servant of the Empire, she's just extreme in her methods. She's out of control and must be stopped. We will do what we must, regardless of my feelings about Ludwig. We'll do what we must.
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very
I still
far
think
without
she's
that map.
plotting a coup.
She'll be scratching her skull.
Like, she pretty much said as much,
Somehow,
or at least,
I don't think she'll let that stop her
that
for
captain
long.
did.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate.
Ludwig and I are both Aedyarans. We will find a way to work it out. I can deal with her if I have to. I might have bitten off more than I can chew. If I can avoid unnecessary violence, I will. We're both Aedyarans. We'll find a way to work it out. I like the idea that this could mean a lot, but they'll probably take it as it being very amicable.
Right, and the Steel Garrote is famously level-headed. Just look at Fior.
Ludwig and her steel garrote have the numbers and the power, but we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka.
You have something to say, Marius? Say that again? Do you know something we don't? Sappadal mentioned the garden specifically. They would know better than you would. Do you know something we don't?
Generally, debatable, but about the garden, definitely. You won't find a blessed thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Padraku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
The Living Lands needs my help. I have orders from an emperor I swore to obey. I want to find the cause of the Dream Scourge, and the garden is our best clue. What's your brilliant plan then, Marius? I have orders from an emperor I swore to obey.
And what would he say if he knew what you were really doing out here? Your true orders come from a voice in your head. What do you know about Sappadal? How do you know you can trust them?
They saved my life. That's enough to earn my trust. They're not just in my head. They have a powerful connection to the Aedyran here. I just have a strong intuition that they are trustworthy. The truth is, I'm not sure I can anymore. But I have a job to do, and I don't have time for your nonsense. Yeah, 4 is the truest there is, especially for our character. The truth is, I'm not sure I can anymore. But I have a job to do, and I don't have time for your nonsense.
Then you're gambling with all our lives. Don't expect me to be overjoyed. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Marius. You don't mean that.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius. Some things really rattled him.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
I'll go talk to Marius. Give Marius time, he'll be fine in a few hours. I can't trust him now. I can't tell what he might do. If he comes at me like that again, I'll have to put him down. I can't trust him now. I can't tell what he might do.
You don't have to worry about trust. He'll grumble, but he'll still give you his best, which is better than anyone else's.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
I can talk to him.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, I'm tired of your blessed day attitude. Get over it. Well, you know what? So am I. So just let me be alone for a bit.
I want to know what got you so upset. I feel like this isn't about the map or the garden, even. You seem to be looking for any excuse not to go to Galawain's Tusks. Alright, just be ready to go when we leave for Galawain's Tusks. You seem to be looking for any excuse.
I don't... Right, I guess I was. I just really don't want to go. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's Tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat, my ears ring, I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying.
You're having a panic attack. Resolve 13-1. Breathe, Marius, you're safe here. Did something happen to you there? Is this because you left Solus? You're fine, it's all in your head. You need to get past this. I need you focused on getting to the garden. Let's give kind of rough, shitty advice. You're fine. It's all in your head.
You are probably right. We are not in any danger right now. But it just feels like the most fear I've ever felt. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. I need to get some rest. I'll be ready to go when the time comes.
Okay. Let's see, we got all these going pretty well. Workbench, anything else I need to tend to here? Still could use more Aldrabon. Alright. Blood-writhed toadstool. Oh, cave coral. Can make one, but that's not nearly enough. Okay, sure. How about if I scrap down some of these items? What do I get? Okay. Yeah, nothing good. Let's see. Can I check our camp storage? Breakdown, steel chunk, wood. Yeah, how come we had a few items that actually gave, like, really good stuff? Right, what happened there? How come we don't get that anymore? Alright, well, let's get out of here. Yeah, I guess we'll keep Marius with us. I do really want to hear what he'll have to say about this place. Oh, cool. Big head. Galawain. Could you imagine if the totem we get here isn't Galawain related?
This heat is wreaking havoc with my equipment. I can compensate, but I'm less than happy about it.
Always thought that if I ever came back here, I'd never...
Marius, what's the matter? Talk to us.
I'm fine. Just need to... I just need a moment.
Got eyes on something?
Strange being back here. Thought I'd left for good.
Bugs. Always bugs.
Come and get me. Nah! Envoy, look out!
Not bad, Envoy.
There we go. Great. Any more?
I was worried
this
for a
goop from bugs, I guess. Bug goop. What is this, milk? Okay. What have we got here? Okay. About over this way. Treasure. I'll take that. Up and over. Okay. More beetles. Jesus, where the fuck am I going? Let's take a look at our map. Okay. Oh, it's very... I was about to say it's kind of small, but it has a lot of, like, links to it? Up northward? Solace Keep is about halfway through. I have Rimmergond.
Disgusting, but fascinating.
Is this a dragon's head? Thought the water would be toxic or something. Cave coral. Okay. Well, I don't have a way into that. Okay. Let's see here. Oops. Oh, am I looping back around? Yeah. Huh. Sure. How about down in this little area?
Not bad enough for going into more godless ruins. But we're also walking face first into a beetle. Lovely.
Easy enough. Look at that. Is that Aurora Borealis over there? At this time of year? Okay. Let's see over here. Bring this up. No, I want to go back into that weird dragon pit. We're heading away from it now. It's going up this way. Oh, there's more beetles. Let me get some food going on.
Right behind you.
Damn, they are digging.
Stay down.
Okay, wonderful. Pillar of Aedyran there. Some sort of plant. Shroomage. Settler's arrow. It doesn't look that inhospitable. Let's see, can I go up inside of this area?
Never thought I'd miss
Yeah.
Emerald Stair.
Okay. Checked here. Oh, I hear treasure. Ah, I see. Huh. Oh, I see. Can't I destroy this with... Yeah. Good. We'll need to buy up more of those unless we intend to have Yatzli in the party. Because I don't think there's a single weapon type that can deal with that. So somewhere around here are more electrical zones. Electrical units. Oh, there's one. Okay. Oh, I see. Great. And what's our prize? Superb greatsword, I guess. Okay, let's head on back up in there. Good. Down here. Anything with this head? Got some shroomage. Not much else. Oh. Felt like I should do that. Ooh, I got a treasure map and a health bar just popped up. Treasure map, Ancient Arrowhead. I found a strange arrowhead in the caves, but where I'm not allowed to go exploring. But that's okay. I've hidden it so I can find it again when I finally grow up. Now it's just a question of where to hide the map. Maybe in that abandoned beetle's nest? Right, it's sure to be safe there. Right? Okay, they're talking like Marius.
Here we go.
Mater Mare. Take the rest of that. Okay. Let's see, let me get some good food going. Where is... Guess I'll take that. Oh, here we go. Mogren's Blessing. That'll do. Oh shit, that's a lot of fucking ads. Going for the main boss one. Okay. Man, Queen Aedyran Beetle. Look, it's like got a skull on it and everything.
To the left.
Kind of cool finding all these at once. Look at them dodging out of the damn way. Go. Just got 3 left after this one? Yeah. Matriarch's Horn.
Quick as a fox.
Am I hitting that one? I'm going over to these.
Well done.
There we go. Ah, one of those toadstools. Good. Okay, that didn't go too poorly at all. Especially for how high level a lot of those were. Okay, got some more goodies here. Nope, more beetles. Okay, take that.
That was a close one.
Anything else? Yeah, looks like a breakable unit here. Good. Eh? Okay, good. Let's bring up the map. Okay, if we keep going to the left, looks like there's another little area there. Man, that looks cool. What am I even looking at? Oh, this is probably the cavern with the dragon head in it. Okay. Let me eat some restorative food here. There we go. Good. Palm stone. Sure. Various aqueducts. Oh, you can get up there. I see. Okay. Oh, there was something right there. Skeleton. Some goodies. Alright. Some skeletons. I'm going for the chanter first. Looks like there's a priest around the corner too.
Watch your flank.
Okay. Yeah, what the hell is that I'm looking at over there? Huh.
Everybody all right?
Looks like a gigantic tree. Is that, Yeah, what the fuck am I looking at? Oh, that must be the garden then. Huh. Is that a good thing that it's all lit up like that? Okay, so how do I get up on top of this? Can I? I was under the impression that I could. Maybe it's at the shroom shelves? Did I climb up? God, maybe it's from up there and you jump down. Maybe that's it. It's not from this angle. Okay. Sure. Godless ruins over yonder. Whoa. Looks kind of cool. Or hot, I should say. It's lava. Let's go over here. Okay.
No way across from here.
Something in this. Shroomage. Shallow step. Got shroom people.
Watch your good work. Nice.
There we are. There we are. Take these. Take that. More shroomage. Okay. Over here. Check over this way. Anything? Oh, shit. Can we climb up this? Oh my god, I think so. Okay. To what end? I don't know if there is an end. Okay, well, let's head out over to this. What is this? Oh, it's a fucking blight. Good. Okay. How about over here? I'll take that. There's a little camp here. Let's see what they got.
This place was abandoned recently.
Balrog skin. Raluca's Expedition Journal. I should have known that when Gabral said this job would be easy, he just wanted to get us on our way before the council could change their minds. Can't believe any of these old mud and shit aqueducts are still standing. How did anyone ever build these anyway? Build anything this way? But at least it's something to work with. Nothing a little Pargroon engineering can't improve. Still, the first problem is getting to the source of the water. It's all the way in Slumbering Fields. Looks like there's a spot where we can cross over the lava flow just to the northwest. Those Eyes of Rimergon that Doru packed will come in handy as long as we don't hit too many bumps on the way. Gabral should have sent a team with paving stones first.
So the expedition is in the Slumbering Fields, just across the deadly valley full of lava.
Okay, up and around here. Does this hurt? Ooh, it does. Okay. Got some stew. Yeah, look at that. Still can't climb up from this angle. Yeah. Okay. Thought maybe I could jump into that. Don't think so. Okay. Check here. Head over this way to the left. I guess we'll just keep going eastward. We can activate this Pillar of Aedyran. Get a camp pop up on our map. Sallow Step Party Camp. Okay. Overgrown roots, brambles. Set up a camp. Why not? Party wants to talk anyway. Marius?
Envoy, last time I was here, I was fully convinced I'd never be back.
I don't understand why you don't want to go home. If this were my home, I wouldn't want to come back either. You must not have left under the best of terms. Is this going to be a problem? Is this going to be a problem?
For who? You? No. Me? Maybe. I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself.
Arcane Scholar, I thought Pargrunen were supposed to get out and wander. You must have had your reasons. What could possibly have driven you to leave Solace? So you're worried they won't be happy to see you. I thought Pargrunen were supposed to get out and wander.
Solace is the oldest standing settlement in the lands. Tradition all but forbids aimless wandering. I've met Pargrunen from elsewhere who seem driven to travel. Seems strange to me. You'll see when we get there. Solace isn't the most welcoming place, even to those who live there. Anyway.
Let's talk about Galawain's Tusks.
What do you want to talk about?
What can you tell me about Solace and Galawain's Tusks?
Mount Forja erupts every few years. Usually just small little burps of ash and a few extra lava flows.
Mount Forja, an active volcano in the Galawain's Tusks region of the Living Lands.
It's like it wants to remind everyone it's still here. Which is ridiculous, really. Smell that rotten egg scent on the wind? That's Forja. As much as I want to blame it on Kai. Just another reason the people of Solace tend to stay inside.
Okay. Heard anything interesting out there?
I've seen more signs of bandits out here than I remember from before. I'm not even sure who they're raiding, to be honest.
Any tips for surviving?
Let's see. First rule in Galawain's Tusks is to be grateful for every breath. The air itself is poisonous here, if you breathe enough of it. Don't overexert yourself, and keep your heartbeat slow. A wet cloth over your mouth and nose will help.
Jesus.
Remember that this place wants to kill you at all times. Act like your every step is putting you in danger. And make sure to clear your eyes, ears, and nose every now and then. Ash builds up faster than you'd expect. You know, if you're this interested in survival in the Living Lands, we can take this even further. You've done all right out here, but there's always more to know if you want to survive. So, what do you want to learn?
Oh. Tell me how to be quicker, quieter, and more agile. Show me how to survive conditions that would cripple the unprepared. I trust your instincts. How about a little of everything? I need a moment to think about what I want to know. Okay. Maybe we get the dex bonus? It's like, what, +2 or 3? I wouldn't be opposed to it. Otherwise, this is probably, Constitution. Yeah, because we haven't quite ran into major diminishing returns, so I think that it'll help. Yeah.
Right. A lot of that is physical control of your movements. The rest of it is simply knowing where to step. I'll show you what I can, but you'll have to do stretches in the mornings, preferably where Yatzli can't see you. Now let's begin. Right. That about does it. You're a quick study. At least now I don't have to worry about you so much out there. I can spend my time watching over Kai and Yatzli. Teaching is its own reward, I guess.
Okay. Giada?
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown.
We've done it before, we'll do it again. I'm relying on you to provide the wisdom. Are you frightened? We've done it before, we'll do it again.
Your confidence is refreshing. I almost hate to ask, but are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious.
Arcane Scholar. I'm worried that everything I know is about to be turned upside down. I'm terrified. Not at all. This is business as usual. I'm worried that everything I know is about to be turned upside down.
The bane of every academic. I believe, for the first time in ages, that I am not afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential.
Arcane Scholar. I know that feeling. Earlier, you were worried that you'd taken the wrong direction with Animancy. Who did you think you were letting down? I'm sure Vidaro had something to do with that. You can't treat yourself like a machine. You have limits. Huh. Who did you think you were letting down?
Take your pick. My parents, my community, myself. Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me.
They must have felt the same pressures that you did. I'm sure they tried their best. Does that give you any comfort? Does it give you any comfort?
Well, it puts things into perspective. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. And for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine.
That would have gotten you a standing ovation at Bragan Hill Academy. I think you just made a breakthrough. Not that you need to hear this from me, but you're allowed to be wrong. Just try not to be wrong about anything important. Just try not to be wrong about anything important.
Only a few returned the favor. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments.
What do you know about Galawain's Tusks?
I've heard the Wardens are very set in their ways, for better or worse. Usually the worse. Vidaro tried to form a trade agreement with the Council. Copper and glass in exchange for grain. But it went nowhere.
Council wasn't interested in trade? Maybe they didn't trust Animancers. Has Vidaro done anything right, ever? Maybe they didn't trust Animancers.
Perhaps, but I think there's more to it than that. The Wardens value self-reliance. Maybe because they have an inflated sense of their own importance. No offense, Marius.
No, you pretty much got it right.
They have a righteous duty to protect these lands, and believe that it can and should be done without the help of outsiders. It's a bit like shooting yourself in the foot because you don't trust anyone else to wield the gun.
Okay. Can I ask about you?
What is it now?
After everything we've seen, do you still want to be an Animancer?
The better question is, can I still be an Animancer? Could I even make a difference? By burning Fior Messiverno, the Steel Garrot declared that animancy is not welcome in the living lands. And then there's the Dream Scourge, unraveling civilization as we know it. I don't know where that leaves me. The work my parents started may have no end in sight. We don't even know if the living lands can be tamed politically, much less spiritually.
Your mother thought it was possible? I thought Animancy was all about discovery, even if the odds were against you. With enough pressure and patience, anything can be tamed. It's still just an island. With enough pressure and patience, anything can be tamed.
I'm sure that Inquisitor Ludwig would agree. All I know for certain is that I've been going about this the wrong way. I should be an Animancer for the right reason. With the Dream Scourge, I haven't got one.
Then we'd better stop the Dream Scourge. Your work is too important. Maybe that means Animancy isn't for you. I trust you'll figure it out eventually. I'll leave you to your pondering then. Get some rest. Maybe that means Animancy isn't for you.
I haven't ruled it out. But what else am I supposed to do? All my work can't have been for nothing. No need to dwell on this any further. As you can probably tell, I have a lot of thinking to do.
I like the idea that my character will stop at nothing to try to convince her to stop doing Animancy. We're so close to the garden. Are you nervous?
Oh, yes. The little butterflies in my stomach are more restless than ever. When I joined you, I needed to put a stop to the Dream Scourge. So much has changed since then. There may be nothing for me in the garden. Nothing I haven't learned outside of it. But I still want to see it for myself.
You aren't tempted to collect a few samples and further some research? Garden might still surprise you. Stopping the Dream Scourge should be reason enough. Let's say that.
Quite right. No reason to get distracted by personal matters. On a journey such as this, it's better to cast aside your expectations. They can only weigh you down.
That's enough.
Until next time.
Kai?
Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is. But we've got nothing on the Pargrunan living here.
Galawain's Tusks has a certain austere charm. I can't imagine calling this place home. Can't imagine calling this place home.
Especially if it's all you ever see. According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the Tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just oppressive.
I agree. People should be free to choose their own path. No one could survive here without cooperation and mutual sacrifice. Must be a reason for it. People should be free to choose their own path. Especially if that path is the Aedyran Empire.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Ravatai has a similar problem. Between the constant storms and the rocky soil, the lands never supported us easily. So many of us find work as sailors and mercenaries. We explore the world as soldiers or as part of a trade mission. We venture out. We're encouraged to.
I'm betting Solace Keep will be like such an insular and exclusionary group that they discourage people leaving and wandering, because if they lose too many people to like other places, their whole society, their whole system will fail there, right? Because they require to keep such a tight ship. Which is why Marius feels like him self-exiling was such a fucked up thing, because by doing that without warning, would put others at risk, and he feels guilty about that, I guess. Not I guess he feels guilty about, but I guess that's the case. You also conquer and annex a lot of lands you explore and trade with, and all that you gain from your exploits enriches Rauatai. But how many of you actually go back to your homeland? And all that you gain from your exploits enriches Rauatai.
Yeah, strength through striving. Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle, but people choose that, and usually to escape something worse. Forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a different matter entirely.
You never been to Galawain's Tusks before?
Never. The Pargrunen of Solace are notoriously suspicious of outsiders. Though, from the looks of this place, Solace's real concern has got to be keeping its people in, not keeping the rest of us out.
I got questions about you.
My favorite subject.
About Galawain's Tusks?
What do you want to know?
Okay, good night.
We'll be covered in ash by morning.
Do I really have stuff I can do here? Let's see, exceptional spear, if I break that down. Nope, I will stash it. Stash that. And that. Living iron chunk. Okay. Yeah, a lot of these breakdowns are not giving me anything good. Alright. Sure. Let's see. Can I make any of these other, like, bombs? No. I can make regular grenades, but that's it.
Oh, gods. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Oh dear. Focus on something else, dear. Like how terrible the tusks smell.
We're here. Stay with us, Marius. The feeling will pass.
Right. I'm alright. It's like I'm being chased by something I can't see.
We're here, Marius. You're safe. The only thing chasing you is yourself.
Ah, God. I'm the last person I'd want to be chased by.
Maybe I can actually... Oh, yeah, because I got a Blood Writhe Toadstool. Okay. Sure, I'll upgrade it. Why not? Good. Okay, and then let's exit here. Great. Oh.
Schemes.
Having these on the regular again.
The mountains shift in unknowable shapes.
What's eating at you? I've been wondering about these dreams. Stop it all. I'm tired. I've been wondering about these dreams.
A question for a question. The leaf twines around itself.
What do you gain from these conversations, really? Have you changed your mind about Kith at all? Are you jealous of Kith somehow? Are you jealous?
We cannot perceive this. Does the hill envy the leaf? The beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement, the scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake.
This bothers you a great deal, doesn't it? I wish you'd get to the point.
Betrayal seeps into the veins. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this?
I've never betrayed anyone, and I never will. I've been tempted, but I stood firm. I betrayed someone once, I'm not proud of it. Depends on your definition of loyalty. I've never betrayed anyone, and I never will.
An oak, everlasting. Why?
When I make a promise, I keep it. I'm nothing without my principles. Traitors are scum. They all get what's coming to them. I'm only loyal to myself. I'm nothing without my principles.
Oil in a lamp. It burns to sustain itself. The storm blows, others falter. What good is a vow if it can break?
We have to trust each other. Not everyone is a potential enemy. We can't plan for every contingency. What matters is that it mattered once. You finally asked me a question I don't have an answer for. My thoughts exactly. You never know when a situation could turn. We can't plan for every contingency. What matters is that it mattered once.
Fleeting light. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
Okay. Oh, look, another one of those over here. Dead person with a wagon. Big dead beetle. Another one. Lot of dead beetles. Can I get up here and jump that? Research notes. Scribbles fill the page, looking more like incomprehensible gibberish than actual words. It's only upon further study that the words become legible, and even then, it still reads as nonsense to the average reader. One by one, the Zarups, scratching, itching, boils, the singing, the beautiful, incessant, noiseless singing. Okay. Slagheart melon. Cave coral. I don't know if I can jump over there. Maybe I can get up from this? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. Bopping it. Anything good up here? Got a chest. I'll pop it. Exceptional breastplate. Where's this go to? Oh shit, a fuckload of Zarups. Okay. Want some loot right here. Greatsword. Little lockbox with Berserker ring. That sounds like it could be good for me. Okay. +4 constitution. It's not that good. Berserker ring. Berserkers are barbarians that give themselves over entirely to their rage, losing themselves in their frenzy. They become oblivious to their own well-being, their rage affecting both friend and foe alike. While many are haunted by their own anger and the damage it causes to those around them, there are some solitary warriors that relish in the destruction they wreak on the world around them. Losing so much control over oneself is a deadly endeavor, often lethal for those that follow this destructive path. Rings like these can often mean the difference between life and death for a berserker. Yeah, didn't they, like, damage themselves? How does this look? Ooh, it looks pretty good. Exceptional breastplate. Yeah, I'll keep that. Okay, sure. Well, I think we'll call it here for now, right? When next we return, we will continue exploring Galawain's Tusks, which there is a lot of it, and we got that little note for the missing expedition team. Maybe we can cross over somehow. Right, we'll be able to eventually. Okay. Seems like this zone might be pretty small. I'm not sure. Really depends. But true enough, goodness, Shatterscarp we absolutely flew through compared to Emerald Stair and Dawnshore. Right? I'm not sure if that's to do with like us getting more and more power for our character, right? Just snowballing in that sense. Or if these last few zones are like physically smaller than the others. They feel physically smaller, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a trick. Right? Maybe in practice they really aren't. All right. Until next time, please take care of each other.